Hi fashion lovers, you're welcome to another interesting video. In today's tutorial, we want to learn how to sew this beautiful mermaid gown. In my previous video, we learned how to cut it, and this is the detailed sewing of this gown. If you are interested, let's get started. So I've gone ahead to cut out the mermaid gown in my previous video. This is the front part and this is the back. So the first thing we have to do is to cut the facing. So I grabbed a piece of fabric and you can see me folding it like this. So I will take my back and place it on that fabric. Just follow what I'm doing. So we want to get the facing. We are not lining this dress. You can decide to lining it, but I'm not going to be lining it. So I'm going to be cutting facing instead, and I will just come down by 3 inches. You can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get how the facing is going to be. You can just come down from the side by 3 inches, and that is how you are going to get your facing depending on how you want it. So I'll just come down from here by 3 inches. I think that is okay, and then I will just go ahead and cut out this part. So I'll just place it to cut out this. This is the back facing. So I will repeat the process for the front. So you're going to watch me as I do so. So for the back part, we want to get the zipper allowance, like where the zipper is going to be. So I'm going to keep my tape on 5. Remember we came down by 5 inches. So I'm going to mark like 25 inches. So I want to get the part that where the zipper is going to be. So from this part I'm going to go ahead and sew. So this is the knee. I'm going to sew by 1 inch. When I get to the knee, I will sew by half an inch till I get to the very end. So you can see I came down by 25 inches. That part is going to be where the zipper is going to be. So from the knee side, you want to start like marking half inch. You are going to sew from the knee side. You're going to sew by half an inch. I believe you understood what I explained there. So I'll just go ahead and cut the back facing, the front facing now. So the front facing is going to be on fold. As you can see, the front facing is going to be on fold. Then you still repeat the same process that you did on the back, part, and then cut out your facing. After cutting my facing, this is what I have. I'll go ahead and open the front like this, the front part like this. And this is how my facing is going to be. You are going to place your facing right side facing each other, like the right side of the dress will face the right side of the facing, and then you go ahead sew the armhole and the neckline just the way you see me do. You sew the neckline and the armhole. So I've gone ahead to sew the back. You can see I've sewn the back. I left only the zipper allowance. This is the knee, so that's why you see me notching it. So this is the down part. You can see I've gone ahead to sew it, and I left the zipper part. I started sewing by 1 inch that I added as the zip, as the sewing allowance. But when I got to the knee, I started sewing with half an inch. So I'll go ahead and attach my zipper. So I'll go ahead and attach an invisible zipper to this dress. So this is the front. I have sewn the front, you can see. So I will notch the armhole side, notch the neckline, notch the other side, and then flip the facing or turn the facing to the wrong side. So by the time you turn it, this is what you are going to have. This is what you are going to have. So for the back now, I have gone to fit the zipper. So this is where the zipper is going to, or this is the zipper now. I fixed an invisible zipper. So at this point, I was meant to iron it, but they have taken the light. So I might not iron it, I will just continue. But please do well to iron as you sew. Very important. So I will now go ahead and attach the back facing now. So we have attached the front. It is time to attach the back facing. You can place it right side will face each other, and then you sew the neck line, the armhole, and the zipper side. Look at the way I'm placing it. Sew here, sew here, and sew here, sew here, sew here, and sew that side. So after you are done sewing, this is what you are going to have. And then you want to, notch all these parts, and also do the same for the other side. When you are done, turn it to the right side. Turn the facing turn the facing inside now. Turn it to the wrong side. So you can see what I have here. You can see is very neat. I've done with the facing. Sewing this dress is actually very simple. Very, very simple. Just follow me. So when you are done with this now, the next thing is to join the sides. We need to join the sides, the front and the back. So you're going to place the front and the back. The front will, the right side of the front, you will match it up with the right side of the back. Do you see what I'm doing? So I'm trying to match up this dress. You're going to use pin. Make sure it matches on the waistline, on the knee, and then on the length. Then you want to go ahead and sew. So at this point, I have sewn the side. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see that. I think I lost some of my clips. So I've sewn the sides, and this is what I have. I've joined the two sides now. So the next thing I want to do is to attach a crinoline on the hem part. I want to use a crinoline on the hem part. So this crinoline is about 2 inches. I have gone ahead to weave all the parts that needed to be weaved. I've weaved the dress. So I'll just cut out the parts I do not need. So this now you can use a lighter and burn the mouth of your crinoline to avoid it poking you or just shooking you. So you want to you can use a tape to close up the mouth. You can use a cloth to close up the mouth, and you can use fire to do that. You can see I have burnt the mouth, so it's not going to be poking and it's not going to fray. So I'm going to be attaching this. So look at the way I'm attaching this. Look at the way I'm placing it. See the way I'm placing it. Can you see? And I'm placing it on the right side. I'm placing it on the right side. You want to go ahead and sew on the right side, and then after that you now flip it to the wrong side. So this is how we are going to place this and sew it all around. So after I'm done sewing, this is the end of the crinoline where it ends. After I'm done, we want to now flip it to the right side. Flip it to the wrong side now. We want to flip it to the wrong side and then stitch on it. So this is how it's going to be. You want to clip this on the wrong side and then stitch on it. So you want to arrange this. This is where the crinoline ends. You can overlap it at that point, and then you go ahead and sew. So at this point, I'm going to use my pin, hold it, arrange it, and then go ahead and sew on the crinoline. At this point, I've used my pin to hold it down. I don't know if you can see it very well. And then I'll just go ahead and sew on the tip of the crinoline, and I'm going to sew it all around. So at this point, I was done sewing on it. As you can see, I have gone ahead to sew all around on the crinoline. So the next thing is to add our sleeve. So I'm going to be adding our sleeve, and before we add the sleeve, we need to get what we have left. The off shoulder circumference, or the round shoulder circumference, is 39. So we need to get what we have on the upper part of this dress, and then subtract it from the round shoulder circumference. Then whatever value we have, that is what you are going to use to determine the sleeve. So when I measured on the front, I have it as 12.5. I have as 12.5, as you can see here. So this is 12.5. This is 12.5. And from that 12.5, I'm going to hold it on the back and measure the back also. Make sure the back is closed. So what I have here is 25 inches. So 25 inches, I'm going to subtract it from her round off shoulder, which is 39, and it's going to give me 15 inches, meaning that the sleeve, we need about 15 inches width of sleeve to finish up this dress. So after everything, I have 15. I know we are going to have two sleeves. So that 15 that is left is what you are going to divide it into 2. So by the time I divide it into 2, I'm going to have 7.5. So each sleeve is going to have 7.5, making it 15 inches. So by the time we add the 15 inches to the dress, we have the round off shoulder, which is 39 inches. I hope you get what I'm saying or what I'm explaining. So it's 7.5. So that means that 7.5 is going to be on the sleeve. This is where the sleeve is going to be, like this. So by the time we add 7.5 here and add 7.5 on the other side, by the time we measure around the off shoulder, is now going to give us the 39 inches, which is our off shoulder measurement or round shoulder measurement. So I'll just go ahead and cut the sleeve. So to get the sleeve, just grab the piece of fabric like you see me doing. So it's going to be on fold. So each sleeve is going to be 7.5. But because you are going to cut on fold, so I'm just folding this into 4 so that I can cut the two sleeves the same time. So that 7.5. Okay, the length of the 7.5, you want to go ahead and divide by 2. So if I divide 7.5 by 2, I'm going to have about 3.25. So you're going to mark 3.25 and add 1 to 1.5 inches for the joining allowance, because you're going to close the sleeve and still join it to the fabric. So I marked 3.25. You can go ahead and add 1.1 inch sewing allowance. So I added 1 inch sewing allowance and I came down by 3 inches. So that 3 inches I came down is the length of the sleeve. You can see I made a mark there. So another thing you can do is you can bring your dress the easiest way, place it here and get the curve, the armhole curve. That's like the easiest thing to do. So you just get your fabric and place it after you have made your markings to get the armhole curve. Or you can just go ahead and curve it out by yourself. So I came down by 3 inches. The 3 inches is the length of the sleeve. So that's why I'm marking 3 inches. That's the length of my sleeve. So I'll just cut. So this now. And when I get here, I can now make a curve. You can use your hand and make a curve for the armhole, or you can just grab your neck, your dress and get the armhole. So that's the armhole now. So when you open it up, this is what you are going to have. So I'm going to open. So this is how the dress is going to be. This is how the dress, you can see, is more than 7.5 because of the sewing allowance. So you want to go ahead and close it. You are going to sew and close on the neckline, on the armhole, sorry. So let me show you. This is how you are going to attach it. You are going to be attaching it on the armhole like this. Do you see that? You are going to attach it on the armhole like this. So just go ahead and sew here and sew here to close the armhole. So when you are done, this is what you are going to have. You can close with 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. Then notch that point, turn it to the right side, and then fix the sleeve. So by the time you turn it to the right side now, this is what you are going to have. So I'm checking the remaining allowance I have. I have about 3/4 inch. So that is what I'm going to be using to join, about 1 inch. So I'm going to be sewing by 1/4 inch. I'm going to be sewing by 1/4 inch. So this is to be on the safe side, so that my fabric will be enough, like I will still get the length. So but before I do that, I want to fold in the down part and sew on it. You want to fold it in. I'm sorry, I don't know that my camera was not getting all this part, but I'm trying to fold the down part in by 1/4 inch, and then you want to go ahead and sew on it. Go ahead and attach your sleeve to the dress. So when I was done, this is what I have. You can see I've gone ahead to attach. You can see how neat that place is. I've gone ahead to attach the sleeve. So this is how the dress is. You can see now I've attached the sleeve. So you can just go ahead and measure to make sure you have the exact shoulder or off shoulder circumference. So go ahead and measure. So I have it as 39 inches. So at this point I was done. I did a video of her wearing it with the flow on it, but I can't find the video. I don't know if I mistakenly deleted it. This is the only picture I was able to get for now, although she promised to send the videos and the pictures where she arranged it and it's the full dress. But yeah, this is the only one I was able to get just to attach. For people asking for the picture, the dress was actually flowing. Is because of the way she was standing here and didn't get it. I were not able to get it, but I hope you understood this. So I attached the ruffle as part of the dress, and the off shoulder is actually off more than this because she was in the church. She have to raise it up to cover her shoulder, but it was a bit off than this, like it was a bit down than this. So thank you, and I believe this video was helpful. If you have any question, don't forget to leave the question down on the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe for more amazing video. Thank you. Bye.